Okay, this is one of those things that if you do it right, it's gonna save you a freaking ton of time in the long run. Let's say this is our timeline and we have 6 shots. We're gonna analyze each shot and what it needs and write it down. So let's say in this shot, I'm gonna go through and what sticks out to me. So I'm looking at the sky in the back, and that's the key. So I want to preserve all the detail, but not only that, I want to accentuate the hell out of it. And then at the same time, I want to keep my subject as the main focus. This is going to help me determine how much or how little work each shot will need. And now if I move on to this one, it's pretty easy. If I dramatize the hell out of this, the background, sky, and all the colors in it, I can have my subject be a little silhouette, and that would be totally fine. We can still see him, and he's gonna stick out and look like a boss. But if the background is just epic and this is the best sunset you've ever seen, we're gonna sell the shot. This is just me determining what looks good as a colorist. This is not coming from a director. I'm just looking at the image and then trying to figure out what needs to be done. In this shot, we can see a couple of things, right? So again, the same thing where we can keep them silhouette and really punch in the sky and bring out that detail. If I silhouette my subject in this shot, it's gonna take care of the biggest problem, which is noise. There's so much noise in here, and that's gonna be taken care of. Let's go to the next shot. So if this is my hero, I'm gonna create a vignette, probably deset everything outside of it a little bit, and just give this as much juice as possible. And that's how I'm gonna handle this shot. If we look at this, the thing that sticks out to me is right here. So let's just say if this is our subject, then I'm gonna start here and work my way around. So these things are very important. And another thing that I can tell you just by experience with these shots is that when you go deep, like farther, image starts to get like bluer, and you have to use a couple of these, Luma versus SAT and SAT versus SAT, to pull that out. And these are the kind of things that I'm talking about. So once you work with variety of footage and different cameras, you start picking up these patterns, and then it makes it really easy to kind of just take mental notes. Eventually, you're not going to be writing stuff down all the time. You're going to be taking mental notes, and you're going to know exactly how you're going to attack each shot. And guys, I cannot emphasize enough how important this stage is, because if you just go in prepared, then it's just so easy. And if you don't go in prepared, you're going to be like a blind leading a blind. Like you're just going to be doing one shot at a time. It ends up taking so much longer and effort because you weren't focused. And if you weren't focused, you're kind of shooting in multiple different directions. It's just a waste. So analyzing your footage before color correction is a must.